In today's business culture, developing a strong bench is critical to a team's success. Every successful team depends not only on their superstars, but on their entire roster of players and their abilities to make the big plays in clutch situations. That's why it's imperative for today's corporations to fill their bench with leaders who possess the ethics and character development that are necessary to make the tough moral decisions that lie ahead.
Every leader comes from a different upbringing, different culture, different educations. But there is one thing that they all have in common. That is, they can all point to an earlier time in life when they were given an opportunity to lead.
I grew up outside of Philadelphia, a place called Gladwin, Pennsylvania. I went to the Naval Academy undergraduate. I was a nuclear submarine officer. When I graduated from Harvard, worked for the British Petroleum Company. Left BP and joined Disney. 4 years ago, was named to lead Epcot theme park.
I grew up in North Carolina. I graduated and started working in the financial services business, helping organizations learn how to manage change.
I'm a Floridian, born and raised in Florida. I moved to Orlando in 1983 to go to UCF, and I'm a State Farm agent here in the Oviedo area.
It wasn't really until high school that I saw that I had some leadership abilities and that I wanted to develop those more fully.
Organizing and motivating and encouraging and getting things done.
I was promoted several times into the management program, just earmarked as someone that they thought would be an excellent leader.
It's one thing to possess natural leadership abilities. It's a whole other thing to embrace and understand God's calling on your life.
My faith and my career, I would say, really didn't intersect. I had always looked at it as two very distinct parts of my life. Frankly, I was very focused on my job and just surviving.
First time I recognized there was a blending of my spiritual world and my work world was in my first job out of graduate school, and I remember going to all these training classes that were put on about relationship management and working with people. The way that we had learned to treat people from the Bible was really the way that they were teaching us to manage people.
I started to understand that I couldn't do it on my own and that I needed to reach out and have a stronger foundation.
This leadership program has helped me to understand my ministry is right where I am. My business is my ministry.
You know, as I interact with different leaders across the country, I'm becoming more and more convinced that they not only want to be successful at work, but also at home.
Several of the speakers at the leadership program talked about how they balanced their home life with work, and that was very enlightening. They would say, don't do what I did, don't throw it all away, and even if you succeed in business, if you fail in life, you fail.
John Tolson was one of the speakers, and he defined and described to me. He said, if someone spent quality time with their children by bringing them to the office on Saturday to color while you work, we've got a problem.
I think that programs like the leadership program help to teach you some of that, and again give you examples and from different speakers who have said these are the things that I've done that have helped me to become a better leader in my home.
If you want to be here and you're here, well, get over it. This is where you got to start. You can't start where you're not.
And whenever they ask me the question on Leaders Board, I always give them the same answer. Of course they are.
In fact, I don't know if you know the etymology of the word career, but it comes from the word careen, which means to just sort of circle and circle out of control.
We hope our leadership training will provide some very definite return on investment, not only with the transformation of the individual business leaders' lives, but also help in your corporate culture, in corporate diversity, and issues like Sarbanes-Oxley and all the other things that you're facing today.
The return on investment for the company to send people through the Leadership Foundation program is about making them a more effective leader. You're going to be creating a culture for your organization and for your work teams that is going to be more productive.
Through a program like this, the entire city benefits by these incredibly talented leaders who are developed deeply and understand why they do what they do and want to use their talents and these newfound abilities to impact their community.
I think the potential is unparalleled. The exposure to the big ideas that the speakers talk about, the depth of the insight that they bring.
The quality of the speakers was amazing to me. I had never heard speakers like I heard through the leadership program. And to me, that stretched my horizon far beyond anything I'd experienced before.
One of the biggest challenges in business today from a people management perspective is workforce engagement. How do I engage the people towards the work? And creating leaders who are more effective at people management and leadership clearly has a positive impact on retention, morale, and employee engagement.
If someone goes through this program, they can expect to be transformed in view of how they see their business life, how they see their home life, how they see their community. It is a life-changing experience, and I highly recommend it to any leader or potential leader in this community.
The Leadership Foundation has really been an incredible experience for me.
The networking that this Leadership Foundation gives you is just absolutely incredible.
I've taken every conceivable course from Harvard to Stanford to MIT. This process that you will go through will dramatically change the way you think about how to be a leader.
I mean, what other opportunity are you going to have business leaders filled in a room on a monthly basis to learn about the Word of God?
If you're even considering the Leadership Foundation, I would say go for it. It has been an absolutely enriching part of my life. It has provided a lot of clarity to me as a person, not only from a professional standpoint, but from a personal standpoint as well.
With the various challenges that you face in business today, let us help you build a stronger bench.